Hello everyone and welcome back to Scrolls, where today we're not doing a playthrough at all because apparently you guys aren't into it as much as I hoped you would be. So we're going to be doing some ranked games today, or one, mainly looking at Decay. It's fallen out of popularity quite a bit recently, and that's because it's awful. Being me, I'll still try to make it work, and I think I'm 8-0, 9-0 or something in ranked with Decay right now. I messed a bit around with Go Draw as well, so I had a loss from that. But otherwise, I'd be doing quite well. I haven't played ranked a lot recently, but we're going to give it a go now. We'll see if I can still play this game. But yeah, Decay. It's just not good right now. Creature Decay, as it's just been known, is just awful. It just dies now. It's not as resilient as it used to be. Curse Control can't be a thing because they nerfed Bloodline Taint. Hopefully all that will be changing once they release the next patch, but until then we have to try and make do with what we've got. So basically what I'm going to do is just talk through Decay, what we've got as our options now, and we're going to build a deck with that and hopefully continue the success I've been having. I mean, to be fair, I haven't played against anything too nasty, like mainly late game order and this sort of Dio control deck which Donkey's come up with. Although I have faced a couple of late game order. I haven't faced the Dio deck, but I've faced a couple of late game order decks. But yeah, I see those as being tough. Energy can be tough, but I still won. Basically, you have to earn your wins, and that's tough to do. So I'm just going to show you what we have. Now, this Decay deck you see in front of you was the deck I used to hit number one in a day when I just thought I'd go for it. I had to play 33 games and get 29 wins. It was pretty consistent, and because of that, they nerfed the hell out of it. Mainly because they changed poison. They made poison infinite, which means they made Brain Lice cost 4 and Blight Bearer cost 4, and that was upsetting. And then also, for some reason, they made Hunter's health cost 4. Damning Curse gained taxing sometime. Don't know why. It's alright, I guess. Life Stealer, kind of a nerf or a buff because it has a different effect now, but that's not it's pretty relevant, really. And Witch Doctor suddenly had 4 attack as well. So yeah, it got hit hard. Brain Lice is now down to 3, but the deck is still not as good as it used to be. I mean, I would say you're pretty much a favourite against everything, even Structure Energy, because I could just beat that with Watchers. But yeah, not as good. So we had to find a new way, and I came up with Curse Control, and it did really, really well. In fact, I thought it's the best deck ever. Or maybe not ever, but it was the best deck in the game at the moment. No one played it, but I was just getting win after win when I did play. And then someone posted on Reddit saying they hated Bloodline Taint, and they changed Bloodline Taint down to Curse 1, so Order could do well. And now look at Order. So there you go. The deck, other than that, pretty solid. It's just you draw lots of cards of Halls, and you just control the board with Curse, wipe the board with Baleful Witch, and Bloodline Taints and Curses from everywhere. Draining Mist buys you time. Very nice cost 4 back there, so I only got 2, but that did pretty well. And I've sort of combined the two to create this. So it's still creature heavy, like the first one I showed you, but we've had to replace a few of the spots to try and get the curve as it should hopefully be. And yeah, we've still got some controlling elements included with Erode and Halls of Ohm Lasser. Curse Presence helps a bit as well. Festering Freakin instead of the Hunters. Got a couple of them. So it's still creaturey, but there's that sort of control elements which I think we need in the meta right now. But I think if we're going to compete, we still need to make some more changes. Now, Cantor has been playing this deck as well. He's made a couple of changes. He's been playing more often than I have. And he's done quite well. He's got up to like 4 and 5. Third at one point, I think, with his deck. So Decay's, it's doing pretty solid. It kind of depends on what we're facing, I think. So to counter some of the more late game decks, I think we're going to have to make some alterations to the deck. Now, the changes that Cantor's made are he's taken out that and that in for a Rattle Him and another Blight Bearer, which I don't disagree with. I just think We could go more controller by removing the Watchers and Loyal Darklings, which I'm tempted to do, but I'm just trying to figure out what we could do it for. We could add in Anima Conjurates. People have been saying Anima Conjurates are great. I'm not a big fan, especially in a deck like this. So I think we're going to stay away from there. Yeah, it's just a bit of a tough one. I see when the next patch comes, I've got plans. I've got plans for the next patch. This is going to be... Master High Guard's going to be a 5/2/5, hopefully. So I'm going to replace my Witch Doctors with them because I want a 5 attack. Infected Gravelocks are going to gain Poisonous, which is what the Festering Freak has right now. So they're going to come in instead of Tribesmen. Mainly on Tribesmen because of the Witch Doctors. Otherwise, I don't think I'd run them. But yeah, Vador swap over. We could go back to Curse Control because Cluster Hex will give Curse 2 and it costs 5, so that would be good. So I think that's the variation I'm going to play when all that changes, but for now, obviously we can't. So yeah, these are the cards I'm tempted to get rid of. Watchers are good against late game order, I guess. So maybe we do need to keep one in, but Darklings are ones I'm tempted to get rid of. Just so we can be a bit more controlling in some places. But I don't know what I would want to get rid of. Maybe a couple of Draining Mists. That might be worth having a go at. So I think we're just going to try this. Because I did like my Draining Mist when it was in my Curse Control deck. So I think this variant could go well. Against late game order, Darklings are quite good. But I think we can just use one Watcher here and get enough damage from it. That's the hope anyway. When we're playing into Energy now, we have the Erodes. We don't sort of have to have the Darklings as much. It's just mainly against those super late game decks that can heal their idols that I'm worried about. So we'll see how this goes. We'll test it in ranked and hopefully we can get a win or two. Okay, so we're playing Lethal, or Lethael, however you want to pronounce it. I think, from my memory, he's playing Growth. That's usually the best guess. Let's play Growth. And this hand's not too bad against Growth. We've got a turn 1 Ripper, turn 3 Rot Eater, so we're going to keep it. We can be slightly aggressive here, if things want to work. Why aren't you working? There you go. I don't know why he does that. We'll see what he's up to. He's playing Growth, okay. He has got a turn 1 Wetland, which is great. We draw a Witch Doctor. Excellent against Growth, but we kind of want to just keep curving up here. So turn 3, turn 4, turn 5 will be the play. So we're just going to keep going with that. So we'll get a Rot Eater down next turn. And Rot Eaters are one of the best creatures against Growth. Kind of value them higher than Harvesters. That was a tip that Puke gave me. And I don't think he's wrong. So we draw an Equigeddon, we don't want that. There's no point in moving down. There's little chance we're going to be able to deal with this Nog Nest. And we don't need to move down anyway yet. We can just stay where we are. We can move down in a couple of turns. Interested to see what we get. He gets a Mystic. We can move down here actually and take out this Nog Nest next turn hopefully. Get a Draining Mist. We can use the Harvester as a wall here. We don't want him to Ragged Wolf in and kill my Ripper. Well, actually if he did, we could still take out a Nog Nest, but we're just going to use this as a wall here. We'll still play Lifestealer next turn. We'll see what he gets here. He gets a Brother, and he plays. He's kind of given up now down here, in a way. So we can take out this. We are going to go up to 5 and play with Lifestealer, I think. Or I could sack the Scrolls and get another Harvester. I kind of like Lifestealer against Growth as well. It's just the extra getting 4 attack on the field is quite useful because they've got quite a lot of full health minions like Wetland Ranger and Brother Wolf up there. So we can deal damage down here. Now it's a question of what I value. What do I want to protect? Do I want to protect the Harvester or the Ripper? Or the Lifestealer, in fact? And I think the answer is for Lifestealer. I know it seems weird, but it's such a big threat. And the Harvester's not going to do too much early game, especially when all it is kill a Nog Nest there. So we'll go with this. Okay. It stops him drawing an enchantment as well. Just costs us a minion. Not too bad at all. Okay, so next we draw Soul Steel. We can sack up the Scrolls. We get a Languid and a Ripper. Languid on the Great Wolf will slow him down. If I play Languid on here, it'll be on 2 attack. And he'll still be able to summon a Wolf anyway, so that won't get us too far. I'm just going to Languid this. It will still be on 2 attack, yes, but, you know, it's a Relentless creature. And that's a question of where we want to play Ripper. I kind of do want to move up, but it's dangerous, and he can just run away. And also I need to protect my Rotty, because if he summons a Ragged Wolf and a Veteran, he can just snipe in here. So I do want to protect this with a Ripper. If I move up here and play Ripper here with a Lifestealer and he Mangy Wolves, summons a Wolf, that'll be up to 4 or 5. That's quite a lot of damage, so I don't think I could really do that. I don't really want to sacrifice for Harvester either, but we are pinning down the Surfball Mystic, so we're just going to play it safe here and go with this. I'm kind of talking more often than I used to, just because I'm trying to relearn the game, trying to rethink moves which probably would have been automatic years ago. Months ago. So he does summon for Wolf. It's an interesting place to put his brother. He doesn't move that. Okay. Now, I've only got 2 damage curses in this deck, because we can sacrifice, well, we can recycle them halls, at least that's the idea. I get a Blightbearer. If I go for the halls here, it's not too bad. Getting a Blightbearer now is not too bad either. I do, yeah, we'll play the halls. We do need to start cycling, get up to our resources, and it'll be quite good. Now it's a question of how we take out this Mystic. We can just leave the board as it is. He can Veteran in. I don't think there's not much point in protecting a Ripper here. If he wants to Veteran in, then fine, he kills a 2-2. The other option is like making the Harvester vulnerable, which I don't think is too bad actually, maybe. Because if he moves down next turn, the Ragged Wolf will be on front most likely. It does stop it slightly. It'll still be quite threatening. I think we will protect the Ripper actually. It may seem mad, but yeah. Having the option for Ripper being able to take out things on here is pretty decent. I mean, we could draw into a Cursed Presence and he'll be up to effectively 5 damage. Something like Soul Steel Cursed Presence next turn would be quite good. This is an interesting move because I will definitely kill that Ragged Wolf with my Ripper. The threat of Great Wolf here is huge. Especially combined with Brother being able to summon another wolf. So we will take out this, whatever happens. We get the Soul Steel actually. It's quite nice. I'm tempted to take the Soul Steel just with a chance I get Cursed Presence, so I think we will. We get a Draining Mist. Draining Mist is pretty good here. We'll definitely slow him down. So yeah, we'll do that. We'll Soul Steel also and just hope that is it Lord Darkling? No, what's it called? It's Maya Shambler. Summons. Yes. So we'll do that there. Fortunately, we can't protect the Harvester. So I think we're still going to try and move away here. Or do I just protect... Actually, I don't think we do. We just leave the Harvester where it is. Because if he moves down to try and attack this, we'd still have the Rot Eater and Lifestealer here. And we can move these like this, so I think that's safe. And with Halls out, we can just keep cycling Draining Mist. I guess the worst thing would be rallying Ragged Wolf, so that'll be up to, what, 6, 7, 8, 9, which would be enough to take out these two actually. So if he does that, I'm stuffed. Actually, he might misplay and kill these. In which case, that'll be up. So he does have a rally. Okay. Oh, he does. He does misplay. Okay. So my Rotties is going to be a bit too big now for his wolves to kill. Okay, so I can take out these two here, which isn't too bad. If we get the Soul Steel as well, which we will take. Or do I take the Harvester actually? I think we'll take the Soul Steel. I'm quite greedy with my Soul Steels. We're going to go for resources here as well because we want the guaranteed damage. Well, guaranteed kill. So we'll kill that. Now do I kill for Great Wolf or for Strike Fang Bear? Or do I kill these two or do I kill for Great Wolf? That's what the question is. Kill these two or kill a wolf and a bear. Killing a wolf and a bear is pretty good. It's mainly being vulnerable, which I don't really like. It does leave things open. I think we will kill the bear here and one of the wolves. If you didn't know, aggro growth is the best deck in the game right now, followed by late game order, I think. You can fit in that Dio deck, but I don't really know too much about that right now. And he gets a big board. Okay, so something like a Witch Doctor or Damage Curse would be quite good. Get a Languid, which we will take. So Languid on the Great Wolf here, just to try and slow it down. Get a Watcher. So we can play 2 walls or 1 big one. And I think the 2 wall option's the best. Because we want to defend like we've never defended before. So this is a question of how I can do that. Obviously, we want to try and protect the Rotties as a main thing, and the Lifestealer and this. So I think what we can do is we can get this off centre here. We'll play the Harvester in front here and Tribesman here. I want the Watcher in the middle just because it can't move and it uses up the least amount of space. But if we put it here, we'd have to try and move around it sometimes. Just get in the way. Unfortunately, our Halls is up next turn as well, so we're not going to get the extra draw. I mean, this is where only having the 2 Damning Curses in the deck is hurting. I got away with only having 1 Damning Curse in my Curse Control deck just because we could take out so many things with all the Curse and Poison going on, but 2 Damning Curses is hurtful. For me, it also has taxing, which I still don't understand. If I did a Decay video every day, you'd hear me just complain about that every single time because it makes no sense. If I make it cost 3, then it can make sense because it's under its cost for what it should cost. It should cost 4. But if I make it cost 3 and give it taxing 1, then it kind of evens out. What's he going to do here? I guess he's going to summon a wolf and play a veteran or something. Basically, he needs, 8, 9, 10... He needs 11 damage to kill the Rot-Eater, which is hard work. So Ragged Earth and Mirth or something. Mangy Wolf gets up to 4, Crimson Bull, 9, not enough to take out Rot-Eater. Rot-Eater, okay. So there's a way to... No, there's not a way to kill that, is there? Lifestealer we are going to keep. Brain Lice or... Do we go Lifestealer or do we go Brain Lice Rot-Eater? That's a question. I could take out both of these. Maybe I can't. Actually, I can't, no. That's a load of rubbish. I think with players we try and take out these 3 here, which will be tough actually, I guess. So maybe just playing a Lifesteal is good, but Rot-Eaters are amazing. Yeah, we have to kill this. It's too difficult to get the Marshambler up here, I think. Because that way my Lifestealer won't be attacking here, so we have to go with this. It's not pretty. But we can go Rot-Eater to protect that. And then Lifestealer as well. We'll keep the Tribesman there actually. It's just a question of I want to go Brain Lice, do I want to go Brain Lice? We'll go Brain Lice on this just because I want to try and kill it. RNG, be with me. It's not with me. Okay. That's unfortunate. That's actually huge because now my lifesteal is vulnerable and it's not next to these things, so 50-50 goes against me. Wetland Rage I'm okay with. Brave, or few. So as long as you just didn't kill them that turn, that's kind of okay. In a way. So we don't need a road, that's for sure. These two have got to come down. We've then got to protect the heck out of them. So how do I do that? I'm not too bothered about all this damage actually up here, so maybe I can get away with just blocking them all up here, moving this down here. This is the one with Relentless, so that's what we were worried about. So I think Lifestealer Ripper here is pretty decent. So I think maybe we go like Tribesman here, that down there, this left, that up, and put a Ripper in front. Can I get away with that, do you think? Maybe not. Actually no, Lifestealer, yeah, this is better, I think. Just trying to put down as much health as I can in front of my Rot Eaters. Draining Abyss would have been quite nice though. He can probably clear one lane, but I don't think he can clear both. I think he'd probably clear this lane, but I don't think he'd be able to clear this lane. I hope. See if he gets Crimson Ball, I'm stuffed. Either way, this is all going to hurt. I blame RNG. Okay, so okay, right. He's got Crimson Ball. I'm going to cry. Great Wolf gets up to 5. That's enough to take out a Lifestealer. Okay, so our Rot Eaters are still alive. He's taken out that. Okay, so we've got huge creatures now. Get a Languid. So if you use Languid on this, just to slow that down. I still can't get to these, which are annoying. We'll keep the Oblivion Seeker because it's on curve. I could play Soul Steel and kill that, actually. If I play Soul Steel, I can kill that, kill this, kill this. Actually, I can kill this, can't I? That's probably better. Yeah, we'll do that. Take out that. And I can move that there. I'm not happy about the Lifestealer being vulnerable, but I can't do anything about that. Actually, I could. I can do something. I can move it out of the way here, but if he plays a Mage Wolf afterwards, that's going to hurt, but yeah, we'll go with that. I got a Witch Doctor next turn as well, which is quite nice. Oh god, he goes up in resources. That means he's got a clear plan just to kill everything. Veteran. Oh, okay, so it's not as bad as I thought. Okay, so what do we draw? Must be a favourite to draw Damning Curse sometime. We'll get rid of the Oblivion Seeker here. Get a Brain Lice and a Rot Eater. Might just go Witch Doctor for defense, I guess. Just as a big, huge wall thingy. Big, huge wall thingy. Rot Eater kind of does the same thing with a Cursemonger, I guess. So I think I can go Cursemonger here and play a Rot Eater here. This is coming in. He's only got one card in hand. That's coming in for 7 damage. So he'd need 10. So you need to increase it by 3 to take out this Rot Eater. So I think this is better. We can move this down here, and we'll get our Marshamblers protected as well. I'm close to winning with a Necrogeddon actually if I draw. Rat King. Okay, we're fine with that. We're fine with that. Rat King, fine, that does nothing. Just sticks things on the board, which we don't care about. I've got Marshamblers, which just pick them apart. He's giving up that Great Wolf, it looks like. Infect Brave, okay. Right, so this is our chance now to really take advantage of that turn from him. Because we've got huge Rot Eaters. Get a Cursed Presence. Now, what can I do with that? I can Cursed Presence this. Still Brainlice something. So we're actually going to sack that. Oh, we get a Soul Steel as well. Okay. Harvester, Soul Steel, or Cursed Presence, Soul Steel, Cursed Presence, Harvester? I guess Cursed Presence, Harvester here is probably the best. If I had one more resource, that'd be amazing. So yeah, we'll take out that. I guess you can just let our Marshamblers go wild here. Or do I have to Soul Steal this? No, I really... If I get the Harvester out, it's just huge, isn't it? So I think we're going to go with this one being here. We'll let one of them go wild. We can then protect these here. I'm still worried about this one being a bit vulnerable. Actually, we need to take out that, don't we? So we'll go with a Rot Eater here. The important thing is we're taking out the Great Wolf. So the Harvester's on 1 countdown, so that's pretty good. So he's still got 1 Stag Heart alive, so we need to keep an eye on potential for more damage from that. But we killed one when it was on the Great Wolf. Can take Westwind. So he's taking out the Rot Eater. How do I get on that? So the Harvester's alive. The Rot Eater's alive. He's misplayed again. Don't think he could have done anything about it, but this is still alive. So we don't need to Soul Steal this turn. We can Curse Presence. Go up to... Yeah, we'll do this. That needs to go there, that's for sure. We need to play a Tribesman. Actually, Ripper can go in front of it here. Tribesman can still come down. We can Curse Presence, Brain Lice that, just so it dies. And then we're like this, and happy. So we still draw because of a Brain Lice, so our hand's not just empty. And we've managed to recover. It's a Mangy. No, not Nest, okay. Good. So I think we can actually start pushing for damage here. By such that we can almost win. Necrogeddon, does that win with game? No, because I don't have Darklings. So we'll just go with the Oblivion Seeker here, I guess. We'll take out for Wetland Ranger. I don't want this to be vulnerable, so we're just going to defend it. Let's take out the bottom idol. I mean, if we can go for idols and probably win, but this is kind of guarantees the win. There's no need to play risky. Still hasn't taken out the Rot Eater. He's taken out the Rot Eater at last. That speech I gave at the start saying how valuable Rot Eater is seems to have been proven. We'll definitely get Halls out here. We'll keep with Hold the Neck again, I guess. Actually, Witch Doctor. Depends how greedy I want to be. That takes out that, doesn't it? So, yeah, we'll go Witch Doctor. And we should be able to win next turn. There we are. That's game. Whew, that was a tough one. So even with that Maya Shambler moving completely the wrong way, I still won. That's quite a good game, actually. Pat on my back. What was he rated? 76. No, that's not too good. Not too good, sorry. Not too bad. One on my back. So yeah, Decay. What wasn't I too happy with in that game? I don't really know. It's tough to say. What's going on here? There we go. Oh yeah, sorry, I forgot to turn off my shinies. Look at all the tier 3s. How am I doing for this stuff? Tier 3s. It's all tier 3. Yeah. Decay. It's a thing. Still, in some ways. You'll be able to beat Growth. Even then it was still hard. But yeah, I'm worried about being able to beat these late game decks. Energy's always been a problem, but Growth still seem to be able to overcome it. That seems to be a popular deck right now, so we're not too obsessed. Let me just see how I'm doing actually for my tier 3s. Oh. 878. Oh, so I'm 200 away-ish. Still got some money to spend. So yeah, that's my Decay deck. Play with it if you like. Do what you will. I'm going to keep testing it, do more videos for you guys. I'm still going to do the beginning series for playthrough, but I'll try and do more ranked games for you guys. And I'll start doing deck techs soon as well. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.